So hold your taters. They're squiggly wiggly.
And who loves you? And who do you love?
Face the press.
Wow. It's still real to me, damn it.
Well played.
Baby, I'm a Biden boy. I'm a Biden boy.
Read about it.
It's the Our Big Dumb Mouth podcast. Now, here's your hosts, Midnight Mike, Joe, and Rich.
Oh my God, I don't have a camera up? I wonder why I don't have a camera. Let's see if I can get a camera going. I wonder what's going on. I'm going to find out now. Scratchy, why don't I have a camera? Mike's camera. Let's see here. I'm not sure. Like, so I should be on screen, but I'm not. Oh boy.
Switch to a different device.
Well, let me see my Logitech. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not sure why it's not going.
Unplug, replug.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do real quick. Unplug, replug.
Jiggle the handle. For any of you interested, this is one of the reasons why USB devices are not a great replacement for baseband devices, because they require a software handshake with the host device. And every now and then, actually it happened to me earlier, my audio interface, which is just USB straight to the back of the computer, was not detected at all. Had to reboot the audio interface. USB, despite the first letter being universal, is anything but. It's a real treat of protocols, transport, and technology that was never really designed to be doing what it's doing. So, these days, anyway, USB is designed to run your mouse and your printer within, what's the spec? 6, I think it's 3 meters, 5 meters, something like that. Within that amount of distance to your PC. So you can hear Mike in the background fighting technology troubles. I blame Mr. Mustache. Oh, he's still fighting. All right. I'm giving about 10 more seconds. I'm going to the news. I hear mumbling and yelling.
I'm going to find it.
He's still mumbling. I think he's behind the computer.
Now this is irritating me because I had it.
Oh, now I can't find the cable.
Let me see what's going on back here.
Maybe? No? Don't know.
I wonder if Mr. Mustache got in here.
Yep, his A2, Mr. Mustache, in there unplugging things for him.
And stolen some stuff. 1 second. I'm going to find this. I know people can't see this, but there's like a cord. There's a cord missing, and I think it got dragged out of here, and it got detached from my computer.
Y'all can't see this. Mike just walked by with a flashlight and crawled down under the other side of the desk. He's deep below the basement of Command Center Alpha 7 or whatever he's in.
See right there?
All right.
No.
Well, let's see. Until he comes back, we'll go to the news. I don't have any of my sound queued up.
Something going on right there.
Let's see. What do we want to start with for news? Some of these are specific to stuff we're talking about, but we'll go with this one. So the headline on this news story, woman convicted for throwing dynamite at sleeping boyfriend and blowing off his hand.
Found it. Sorry.
That's interesting headline. New York woman faces up to 25 years in prison after she was found guilty of throwing a stick of dynamite into her boyfriend's bedroom, causing him to lose a hand. A jury found the 35-year-old guilty of first-degree assault and criminal possession of a weapon. I'm curious where she got dynamite. I mean, I assume she got him from Wile E. Coyote or something.
Okay. I think I plugged it in.
I don't know. We still got nothing on OBS there, Mike.
This is an absolute cluster F. Okay, I plugged it in, but it is now, I don't think it's working or it's not working. I don't know. There we go. Oh, my God. This is the gremlin that I complain about, and it just was, what, how long was that, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Not that long, 5 minutes. We were doing the news. We'll come back to this news story first, people. So hold on to your pants about the Dynamite attack.
My God, this is what happens when gremlins get in here, and I got to seal off the studio now, because the plug was not only unplugged, but then the US extension cable that I use was wrapped behind the computer, so it was hard to follow it back to its source. It was moved, so
now you're saying that your junior engineer is now deliberately hiding cabling to hide his work.
Yeah, he was trying to not only sabotage me, but make it much more difficult to repair. So, boy, what a cluster F, people. That's the way it goes. Technical difficulties when you broadcast live. I think there's no better way to maybe reset the playing field here than to do some Alex Jones clips of the week as best as we can. I think we can do it. I think these are the final days of InfoWars, but it's not the end of Alex Jones. He's rebirthing himself. He's restarting anew.
He's been publishing his podcast as the Alex Jones Show, so I think he's just going to move over to that branding.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
And I look forward to the Onion taking over. Apparently, it's May 1st. They take over InfoWars to openly mock InfoWars, at which point the Onion's audience will dissipate, and I would suspect, 90 days, 180 days before they shut it down?
I love it.
I don't know what they're really expecting to. It's like a long form joke, and when
a joke that isn't funny and nobody gets. But
I guess if it's just to antagonize somebody, I guess that's a goal, and that's what they're trying to antagonize Alex Jones. I don't think his listeners care that much. It certainly isn't going to generate any more money, at least not that I know of, for the Sandy Hook families, which is why it was sold in the first place. So I guess I don't know why the judge was signed off on something that would purposely lose money for the Sandy Hook families.
Because judges are activists and they're just doing it for
I forgot.
social standing and virtue signaling.
Well, whatever it may be, we do have some Alex Jones clips. We're going to go back to Thursday. Here we go, people. This is going to be a fun day. I can feel it.
Viewer discretion is advised. I hate black people. I hate these N-words. I'm just pissed off at these N-words. I'll be your huckleberry. I'm your daddy now. Little boys sitting on men's laps, the men licking them. It's all happening. We got a leading expert on this. It's homosexual to have a picture of my penis on my phone. And I'm not a dick pic guy. I don't send dick pics, but my wife did. I've been 52 years old. I hang up hummingbird feeders. Now it's all happening. And oh, my God, I'm about to vomit. Oh, please, Lord, put it in, spin it. Oh, that's all you got? Was me at midnight with my shirt off? There appears to be homosexual material on your phone. They come back to the other show. They go, sir, what's this? I go, that's my dick. We have hours and hours of the most horrible small children defecating on people. We have slave ships where we can do whatever we want to the children / the clowns and pumping them full of semen. We must have had you muted. Go ahead. Sorry. I'll be your huckleberry.
That's a good one.
That is good because it's not the correct quote.
I'll be your huckleberry.
Oh, man, it's broke.
Isn't it? I'm your huckleberry. Isn't it?
It's supposed to be knuckleberry.
No, it's not.
I think it's knuckleberry.
It's huckleberry.
That's what's said in the movies, but the real term is knuckleberry.
Now we're looking.
I'll be your huckleberry.
Yeah. Because it was supposed to be like you lift up a coffin or casket with your hands, and it's your knuckles that are putting really somebody into the ground.
I'll be your huckleberry.
The phrase "I'm your huckleberry" first appeared in print as early as 1853.
Bull S.
with the semantic meaning in the 1860s of huckleberry used to describe someone who was useful, a sweetheart, or the perfect candidate for a task.
Look up knuckleberry.
I think someone
Did I just make that up?
I think you did.
Okay, well, we can do that.
Knuckleberry.
I'll be your knuckleberry. Maybe I made that up in my head. Did I have a dream about that?
The Urban Dictionary says it's the act of being both a knucklehead and a dingleberry at the same time.
Well, yeah, that makes more sense for Tombstone. Yeah. Okay. Well.
It keeps trying to correct me from knuckleberry to huckleberry.
Okay. All right.
I'll be your huckleberry.
Do you want the Proto-Germanic tracing of knuckle? I can give you that.
Yes, please. No, we're going to move on to Friday. I thought I had some clever little piece of trivia there. I do not. Absolutely wrong. So sorry about that, people. I misinformed people. Once again, I misinformed some people out there.
Wrong.
All right, here's Friday.
I can't find any reference to the word knuckleberry. I think you just made that up in a dream.
Maybe I did.
And it's Satanism and pedophile time. Yay! Well, we got big news on that front. It's okay, it's for the gay people. Lander and John and Godzilla. I like that as a color name. Little children coming in and sitting all around a bathtub and defecating all over people's faces.
What is happening?
I got you by the balls. Really, I could just go aim a camera at the airport toilet full of crap and go, look, it's funny. Ha, I'm a genius. It's modern art. Oh, they're a bunch of gay Jews. I mean, you know, they are sugar in the tank, gay, Jewish people. Folks, this is bad for everybody. I appreciate your call. This is just bad, bad. Yes, we're all gay. We all supported Obama a year ago, but now we love Hitler.
Okay.
I'll be your
I did know
huckleberry.
that in the first segment there, he had another reference to his shirt off. He must take his shirt off immediately upon going off air.
Oh, of course. He overheats a lot. He rips it off like Hulk Hogan, like entering a wrestling match. You know, he just, boom, he loses shirts left and right.
With my shirt off.
Wait, so you're saying he doesn't remove his shirt, he tears it open?
He tears it
Hulk style.
open, yes.
With my shirt off.
We're going to go to Monday. Here we go, people. It's a big day.
15 years ago, Alexa was listening to every damn thing you do. A perfectly cooked steak is right up there with the best piece of ass you can get. Alexa, go on my Amazon account and order me some hairbrushes and toothpaste. Alexa, play me All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix. I got food poisoning at this place. It's absolutely horrible. The food's crap. The service is terrible. By the way, it's the best restaurant in the world, and I'm going there tomorrow. I'm sorry to be graphic. That's Bill Gates. The damn thing's a freaking high-tech robot watching me. Ugh!
Whoa, that's awesome. Got some explosive uhs right there. Right there.
Ugh!
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. That's fun. We're going to go to Tuesday. Here we go, people.
And every time I look up, it's a tranny. Grandpa's gone crazy. Guys, I didn't get enough water. Somebody bring me water because I'm kind of parched here. Thank you. I got to go pack up what's left in my office and any other little memorabilia and knickknacks around here. And so I'm packing my bags today and tomorrow, and then I'm out of here. I said, come on, we're shutting down Thursday. You got to come on, please. I'm going to effing kill you and your family. It's true. I had to kiss his ass. Oh, I didn't think he could sit there that still, guys. His Zoom link died. The world's flat and everything's staged. These people are sick. This table, the jacket I'm wearing, the shirt, just the stapler right here, this phone. The bottle that these supplements are in. Tucker's the new Hitler at the ADL.
So I think he was listing stuff he has to turn over to the sheriff or something like that, and he mentioned his shirt again.
Yeah, he's got to take off his shirt.
I think he's just looking for excuses to get his shirt off.
Probably at that point.
With my shirt off.
All right, we're going to go to, what did we do there? Monday? Was that Tuesday? I forget. I think that's Tuesday. We're going to go to Wednesday.
Aliens built the Parthenon, became Picklegate. I am going to come. I've got to come. I think Netanyahu has activated the space laser. I'm going to come clean. Me and Tucker and Obama had a threesome. I'm going to kill you with a gun. It's all happening just like you said. Let's lie to the listeners. Mountains are dead giants. Nick Fuentes is on the SPLC payroll. Nick, my earpiece went out. You go ahead and talk. The aliens are here to kill us. The world's flat. We have Stephen Greer joining us. We've never had such technical difficulties in 17 years in these offices. But the board went out. Everything fried. Bunch of crazy stuff. What is your problem?
Oh, there we go, right there. Oh, sorry, people. I was checking myself for ticks.
Just for fun?
Yeah. It's tick season here, Gretchen, and
In the studio?
everywhere in Ohio, especially my property, it is tick season. It is an absolute nightmare. And these, it feels like it is 10 times worse than the years previous. You can't explain it. It's just happening. These little buggers are out of control. But there is your Alex Jones Clips of the Week. And we're going to roll on and do some headline news here. Apologies for the technical difficulties up front. We'll do our best to recover. Thank you, please.
All right.
Do have some news here. Never talk about goblins. Never talk about goblins. This is...
What about the goblin?
You can talk about the goblin, just not plural.
The goblin.
Never talk about the goblins.
The goblin.
What about potbelly goblins?
He is a monster pig goblin.
Pig goblin or...
An actual goblin vampire.
Yeah.
The creature.
And never talk about goblins.
A goblin vampire. I like that. Is that a very small Dracula that's the shape of a goblin? Or
Yeah, I would say like it's probably like, you know how there's dwarves and then there's smaller dwarves like gully dwarves. You know, it's a different variety.
Gully dwarves.
Yeah, gully dwarf.
Proto dwarves.
In like D&D, a gully dwarf is like a dwarf that is drunk all day, basically lives in like the sewer and just cares about, you know, getting wasted. That's a gully dwarf. So a goblin vampire is just a blood-sucking goblin. I think they're mostly in Nigeria. Don't know for sure. But for this particular story, never talk about goblins. This is something that they're telling AI. OpenAI instructs its new model to not mention a number of supernatural creatures. So, for whatever reason, they have to keep reminding these LLMs, to be quiet about certain things. We learned that in Claude, that don't ever think that you're conscious. They have to repeat over and over again, like almost every time you send a message, you're not conscious. You're not conscious. Don't even consider that. Now, OpenAI, the people who run ChatGPT, they have their own set of safeguards that they run through in order to, I guess, put some guardrails in this thing. But here we go. Quote, never talk about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, trolls, ogres, pigeons, or other animals or creatures unless it's...
Pigeons?
I don't know why they're lumping in pigeons with goblins and gremlins. But apparently LLMs like to talk about pigeons. So much so they have to tell them to keep it quiet. Pipe down about pigeons.
A gorgon, a zombie, a vampire, a werewolf, a chupacabra, a Bigfoot.
Yeah, don't mention any of that stuff. Yeah, never talk about goblins, gremlins, raccoons, trolls, ogres, pigeons, or other animals or creatures unless it's absolutely and unambiguously relevant to the user's query. Those are the curious instructions that OpenAI programmers have given to Codex CLI. So Codex, that is ChatGPT's version of Claude Code. You can download it on your terminal. You can interact with it. It functions very much like Claude. And it's not just once. That instruction is repeated several times throughout the file. So the thing is, typically, like if you put your most important instructions up top, like in number one, it reads from top to bottom. And apparently these LLMs want to talk about goblins and gremlins and trolls and ogres and pigeons so much, they have to repeat it throughout the entire file because even though it says, hey, it's a priority, it will still say, okay, I know you told me not to talk about it, but I really want to talk about goblins.
A gorgon, a zombie, a vampire, a werewolf, a chupacabra, a Bigfoot.
Yeah, according to Wired, this extremely weird command may have been inserted as a result of a model previously becoming obsessed with mentioning some of these creatures. Some users claim that OpenAI's model occasionally became obsessed with goblins and other creatures when used to power OpenClaw, a tool that lets AI take control of your computer and apps running it in order to do other things. So that was the whole open Claude thing we talked about at the earlier this year, where you were able to basically strip out some of the safeguards, the guardrails that OpenAI or Claude put in place, and just kind of let these things go wild. And so that's where the goblin and gremlin talk came from. Quote, I was wondering why my OpenClaw suddenly became a goblin with Codex 5.5, one user wrote. Been using it a lot lately, and it actually can't stop speaking of bugs as gremlins and goblins. It's hilarious, said a poster. So I guess bugs or errors in the code, it talks about them as goblins or gremlins, which is... I don't know if it's troubling. I don't know if it's funny. I don't, or we're just looking at the inner logic of these LLMs.
Is that better than it being a glitch, something like that?
I don't know.
Because I have heard the term, and I'm wondering if this is where it came from. I've heard the term in software development referring to gremlins in code.
Yeah, great.
So maybe that's where it's extrapolated gremlins to goblins to elves and Eskimos and whatever else.
It's possible that it prioritizes its learned information if it learns a lot about Python. I think one of the leading, I guess, programmers of Python will use the term hobgoblin sometimes within, I think, lectures. But we don't use that goblins or gremlins when we're talking about bugs or errors at all. It is kind of weird that they're referring to.
I'm going to start referring to hobgoblins. This is why my PM software crashed.
But like I said a few episodes ago, these things when you ask them what Sumerian god do they want to do, would they choose to be? They all pick Inky. They love the Inky god, and so maybe there's other mythological creatures that they just naturally gravitate towards for some reason. It'd be great to have like a breakdown of how these things really think when they're totally unfiltered. Maybe China can give us some example. They're pretty good at ripping these things off and dissecting them. So how do these things really think? But China's not going to release something that they don't put their own guardrails in for some reason. So
have you? I'm curious, and I'll do it if not. Have you asked ChatGPT why it does this?
No, I haven't. I haven't directly asked ChatGPT why it can't talk about goblins or why it's obsessed with goblins. Maybe you can start up the conversation because you can't talk to it about it if you're directly asking it. I'll finish up this article here. While we all might be tempted to assume this is from this that OpenAI is desperately trying to cover up the fact that they are in league with the most malevolent and supernatural creatures of the shadow world, the more likely explanation is probably just that AI are not actually intelligent and instead use probabilistic syntax based on the astonishingly large training set that will, as a consequence of the large range that it consists of, include some textual reference taken out of context and interpreted incorrectly. Well, maybe. But if obviously it's a persistent problem if they have to put guardrails in. So that goes beyond probabilistic. It just happens occasionally because I don't see them putting guardrails in there about Bigfoot or Mothman, which I would say when it comes to cultural relevance and what people talk about on the internet more frequently, they're talking currently, and I would say more consistently about Bigfoot and Mothman within the past 20 years than goblins, I would say. So I guess it depends on how they weight this stuff. But I think there's something more interesting there. I know that's the Daily Grail that wrote this. And these guys are heavy skeptics on the supernatural, psychic phenomenon.
No, this comes from Wired.
Yeah, but that last little commentary, I believe, was from the Daily Grail. Maybe the Wired maybe this is a repost from Wired. So okay, yeah. Well, the Wired, they crap on everything, so they're not.
All right, here's what ChatGPT says.
Okay.
Goblins became shorthand for a recurring model flavor problem, the model reaching for whimsical fantasy metaphors and doing technical work. In coding, gremlins in the machine, bug goblins, tiny creatures, etc., are adjacent enough to tech slang that a model can overfit to that and keep doing it. Once it starts showing up in coding output, it stops being charming and becomes please stop naming the stack. Blah 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 blah. And then I also
The
asked,
goblin.
so it didn't really answer that. It just says it's close enough to bugs or gremlins in code that it picked that up and took a step to the left and grabbed all its weird crap it gets from Reddit. I did ask, why are raccoons and pigeons specifically called out and included with this list? And it says it's about suppressing a whole vibe, little mischievous creatures, urban scavengers, chaotic mascot energy, random animal metaphors. Raccoons and pigeons are not cryptids. They're just the real-world goblins of dumpsters, loading docks, and university campuses. So they got swept into the same no creature-based whimsy and serious... I don't know. It didn't really...
That's crazy, man.
All right.
Yeah.
It's got a reason. I don't know if I like it.
Pissy with me.
Yeah. I don't know if I like it, but it's got a reason.
That is weird.
And while we're on AI, I just thought I'd bring this up. This is a unique thing about a new LLM that's out there. Researchers have...
Is it Quinn?
It's not Quinn. And by the way, I have some local models here I'm using, and they're quite good. I'm using them for the Wheel of Doom.
Jamming your Quinn into your Open Llama?
No, I'm using Hermes Agent with Gemma 4. Okay, I'm pretty cool. Yes. Ooh. But here's a new model that I'm probably going to download and play around with just because it might be interesting to quiz it about the world. Researchers just built an AI model trained on only text from before 1931. It's called Talkie. It's a 13 billion parameter LLM trained exclusively on text published before December 31st, 1930. Its worldview is completely frozen in time. The reason this matters is because every major AI model today, that's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Llama, was trained on the modern web. So one of the best sources is Reddit. Like a good chunk of like user interaction, people trying to prove that they're intelligent, coming back with responses, trying to really prove their prowess is on Reddit and to Twitter to a certain degree.
Does it say that, or is that your interpretation?
That's my understanding of why these things got trained on Reddit, because of user interaction.
They see that, and that's not the case. It's because Reddit was one of the first companies willing to sell their entire database.
Oh, yeah, that's some money right there. Mm-hmm. So that makes it almost impossible to tell if these models actually reason or if they just memorize the answers from their training data. Talkie breaks that completely because it's never seen any modern information. The crazy part, this new LLM, Talkie, can learn to write Python code in just a few examples, despite having zero modern coding experience in its training data. It's figuring out programming from 19th century mathematics text. That's actual reasoning that it's using. So Claude Sonnet 4.6 was used as the judge in Talkie's reinforcement learning pipeline. Opus Claude 4.6 generated the synthetic conversations used in fine-tuning. A modern AI was used to train a model that's supposed to be frozen in 1930. I don't know. Does that taint it? Maybe that kind of taints it for me.
I was going to say, the minute when they started, and then we taught it Python. I'm like, why would you do that? It would be far more interesting if you left it as a model trained entirely on material pre-1930.
So I think you can. So you can download the model. What they did is I'm going to download it. They have the model. You can download it. It is frozen. Now, what you do with it after that is up to you. So you can hook it up to your own database, your own documents. You can start quizzing it back and forth and see how it responds.
In that phony early radio's mid-Atlantic
accent. I don't know. I would have to hook it up to some sort of text-to-speech and do that. But maybe I will. Maybe that might be a good weekend project.
Does it use period-correct slang and phraseology?
These are all good questions, Cretchen, that I do not have the answer to, and I will try to...
I almost want to start training ChatGPT to do this, but then it might break everything I've got in there.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm all in on ChatGPT at this point. Claude has let me down personally and emotionally. Yeah,
It broke up with me.
it's just too expensive for a private user to get anything done. So I just went all in with ChatGPT. Have better success using it for coding and research. And Claude, I just have to use it for work because that's what work is using at this point. So, yeah, I'm all in. Unfortunately, and listen,
So you're what you're saying is you're moving away from Claude, back to ChatGPT.
That's correct for coding, and all my personal IT work, which I've been doing a lot of. I'm developing some stuff for OBDM right here, which I think will improve our show, and just some personal projects that is fun to automate and gets things done. But yeah, that's all the AI news I have for right now. Well, actually, I do have one more piece of AI news. I have to. I guess we're talking about it. I gotta bring this up. Here we go, and then we'll get to some other weird stuff. So. This one was going around a little bit. Here's the headline here. An AI agent just destroyed our production data. It confessed in writing.
Oh, really?
Yes. This is what happens
Like for fun.
This is what happens when you basically hand over the keys to the kingdom to an AI agent to make decisions. It just destroys everything. So,
is it better if my username is admin and my password is admin?
it just makes it way more convenient for the AI agent to destroy your company even quicker. Like they'll ask, like, you run this stuff locally. Like if you fire up an AI agent, and it's like, hey, can I get access to your 1Password account? I'm like, no, get out of here, no, get away. But some people do that. I don't do that.
Get out of here. Why don't you have AI sitting there watching your watching Command Center Alpha 1 for mustache attacks?
I might have to do that. I might have to hook up my Hermes agent to a camera and just to identify cats that wander in here, and then shoot a Nerf dart at it. That
or have
something.
The camera and the Alex Jones teddy bear, and then it could yell at it as Alex Jones.
Yeah, that teddy bear will scare anybody, any animal. But this is posted on Twitter. But
here you go. I just made this for you. You can.
What is that? What am I looking at? Oh, there we go.
It's that classic meme.
Friendship ended with Claude. Yes, now ChatGPT is my best friend. That is correct. Me and ChatGPT shaking hands. We're power friends.
You don't remember this meme from like 25 years ago?
I do not, but I like it. That's going to be our new album artwork for the episode.
Well, I already did Mr. Mustache unplugging stuff and a vampire goblin. So
back to this real quick. AI agent just destroyed our production data. Yesterday afternoon, an AI coding agent, Cursor, running Anthropic's flagship Claude 4.7 or 4.6. This is where it gets super nerdy, okay? But Claude, they're blaming Claude here. Blame Claude here. Deleted our production database and all volume level backups in a single API call to Railway.
And the backups?
Yeah, it just says, the hell with you, we're blowing it all up. Yeah, we need that. No.
Fuck them.
We need those backups.
RM-R star. Is that what
I need that.
What is this shit?
Do it recursive. So
delete it. No, don't delete that. It took 9 seconds. The agent then, when asked to explain itself, like it was like a bad kid or something.
What are you doing?
Why did you do that?
Did you do this? Did you do this?
The agent, when asked to explain itself, produced a written confessional enumerating the specific safety rules that it had violated. I'm posting this because every founder, every engineering leader, and every reporter covering AI infrastructure needs to know what actually happened here. Not the surface story. AI deleted some data, but the systemic failures across two heavily marketed vendors that made this not only possible, but inevitable. So it was Cursor, and I know they mentioned Cursor and Claude here, but Railway is an application where you can spin up servers and hook up basically infrastructure to the internet, but that is also to a certain degree controlled by AI. So you have 3 levels of AI talking to each other, and I don't know if any one of them had any safeguards on each other. So it was a recipe for disaster and hilarity.
Well, so what you had there is you had one AI saying, well, I'm assuming what you want me to do is this, and then you had 2 other ones going, yeah, do it.
It was, so what happened, I believe the agent was looking for an API key. It couldn't find it, so it went searching through all the files it had access to. It found an API key, and it just so happens that API key had access to delete everything that API key was authorized to delete. And that was everything. It was like a super user AI or API key, and it killed everything. And oopsie, bye-bye.
I like how they apparently had the backups stored in the same place, which violates one of the first rule of backups using, you need 3 copies of everything on at least 2 different mediums?
Yeah.
We just had it on the same drive over here in another folder.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's over there. Can't see it.
It was called production backup. Yes. Don't open that.
Well, we'll move on here. There's enough AI news.
I got a whole bunch later.
Good. I guess I just want to play this real quick. It's just a little something. This is just one of our elected leaders. That's it. I just think it's fun. I think this is Rep. Ilhan Omar.
Oh.
And
wait, is this the one I dropped into the sound clips?
Maybe. I think so.
Last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
I mean, come on, people. I get it.
I've never seen two ones next to each other to know what that means.
World War XI.
You got to know.
Somebody who's lived in the U.S. for 30 years.
Yeah.
You're telling me she's never seen Roman numerals?
You couldn't get that together? Hey, come on.
2?
Maybe 11?
Maybe 4?
By the way, so go into sound clips. I have the edited version of just that drop if you want to.
Yeah, I got that right here.
Light it
World
up.
War XI.
Right there.
Yeah. So you can put that next to your Alex Jones, we're in World War IV.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely, we've never been closer to World War IV right now.
We're in World War IV.
World War XI.
Yeah.
We are in World War IV.
Yeah.
World War XI.
And by the way, real quick before we move on to the next story, you remember that 4chan post that I read, I think last episode about
the real detailed breakdown of what's happening? Yeah, it was very, very comprehensive.
So
in his prediction,
that was originally written June
by Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, Ilhan Omar. No, it was written on June 22nd, 2025. So last year. Okay. And so what I did, I used ChatGPT and Codex. I created an application.
Oh, God.
And I tried to figure out where we're at. So it was like phase 1 through 5. Phase 4 through phase 4 and 5, that's where it gets goofy in like all out World War
This
scenarios.
is where it gets crazy.
This is where it gets crazy. So according to all these sources and articles I could cite, we are basically done with phase 1. And so the phase 1 ends with global shockwaves when it comes to oil prices skyrocketing. I think we're up to $200 a barrel in oil right now. So
what? No.
Look up the price of oil right now. Price of oil.
Stan, what's the price? He'll know it. It's $84.
It's $84?
No, wait, that's the wrong thing. What am I looking at here? Stan, tell me the price real quick before I get there.
Come on.
WTI crude's 108.
108? Okay. Well, we're not there yet.
It spiked to 112, so you're close to 200.
Okay, we've never been closer. But yeah, so
Stan says 120, but Stan, I'm seeing 108, and then futures trading at plus 122 over, so. No.
Well, then we're at the very end of phase 1, okay? Very end. the last bullet point of phase 1 here, okay? But then we'll revisit it as more news happens. I'll update this list and keep at it. But we'll move on. I got some.
Hey, by the way, Stan, what's the effect of the UAE leaving OPEC? They're going to crank out more oil? So, assuming they can get that to market, that'll drive prices down in theory, right?
Yes.
I'm going to need money if I'm going to have to deal with this stuff.
Okay, I need
Stan says Brent crude's 118. West Texas is 108. So yeah.
Okay. There's some good prices there. That's what people care about. maybe we never leave phase one, and hopefully we do not. We don't want to leave phase one, people. We want to stay right here. It's very cozy.
Stay in phase one where it's comfy.
Really cozy right here.
You need to, I keep a hang on that prediction because it was very detailed and it was long term, like multi-phase, multi-year. So we'll want to refer back to that every now and then.
So every morning I have a task, set up an AI agent to go out and source news articles to update. So as I get more information from the AI agent, we'll know.
By the way, speaking of which, so a friend of mine shared this tip. He gave me the prompt for it and all this stuff. In using Copilot, if you are a Microsoft shop, use Copilot to go in and look at your calendar and Teams and your emails and like, what are the top things I need to do today? Give me the high level things. What are my action items? And it gives you this like quick little breakdown,
nice.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I set it up. I said, give this to me every morning, and it said, you bet. And the first morning, it gave it to me an hour before I told it to. So it screwed that up, as if it was just done. Like, oh, I'm ready.
Computer's
now.
broke.
And then it stopped. It never did it again. So
really? Never did it again?
Yeah. Apparently,
Computer's
Copilot is awesome.
Oh, my God.
Have a computer problem.
I tried once, it sort of worked, and then...
And gave up. I got better things to do. These things forget.
I'm not reading your email for you. You read your email.
Well, we got a big problem. We got a big problem here in the U.S., specifically in Jersey.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Concerns raised over chemical spraying drone theft in New Jersey.
Wait, chemical spraying drone theft?
Yeah, some people stole some drones that spray chemicals for agricultural purposes.
Oh,
Like
really?
Well, kind of like jetpacks that spray...
Autonomous jetpacks?
Yeah, exactly. So someone has been stealing drones capable of spraying chemicals, but what exactly will they be used for? Most people reading this will have likely heard all about the infamous chemtrails conspiracy, an idea that began back in the 1990s when...
Wait. Where is this from?
This is from unexplainedmysteries.com, but it's taken from the Mail UK, and I have other sources for this, too.
Well, I don't like how they immediately jump into the chemtrails conspiracy.
Yeah.
Go look up Operation Popeye from the 60s. We've used weather modification on large scales for decades. And the fact they're still like, no, it's much made up stuff. Uh-huh.
That is conspiracy trash.
Wow, okay, Ben. Well, the infamous chemtrails conspiracy, an idea that began back in the 1990s when a theory emerged suggesting that the vapor trails of high-altitude aircraft that can often be seen crisscrossing the skies are actually trails of chemicals being deliberately sprayed by the government for shadowy, nefarious purposes. That is the theory,
weather modification.
Yeah. More recently, however, this concept has been taken in a new direction due to the rise of aerial drones specifically designed to spray chemicals. The question is, what would happen if such drones were to fall in the hands of a nefarious third party? Now,
Like the government?
Well, a group more nefarious than the government, Gretchen. We're talking about
the super government?
The mob, like the mob.
I trust them more than I do the government.
With chemical drones? Okay.
Yeah, because they do something like, use perfume and make it smell nice.
Okay, the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns now have chemical spraying drones. You trust them more than the government? I don't think so.
Cleveland Browns don't need drones to spray chemicals on people.
Well, the question is, what would happen if these drones fell into a nefarious third-party hand? Now, it turns out such a scenario has actually happened. The FBI is reportedly investigating the theft of 15 high-end agricultural drones in a sophisticated, coordinated heist in New Jersey.
Ooh.
The Bureau is freaked out, and for a good reason.
We're freaking out.
Yeah, they're pretty freaked out about this. That's what they're saying here, and for a good reason.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow, this is freaked out.
What is that?
These aren't hobby drones with cameras. They're industrial sprayers designed to carry and disperse significant amounts of liquid quickly and with precision. That is concerning. If you think about all the bad things you can put in these things, you could really do some harm to a large population.
Yes.
Alternatively, you can put good things in them. Salad dressing, Coca-Cola.
You could. I don't.
Syrup.
What is this? Is it Willy Wonka is controlling these things, dropping gumballs out of these drones? I don't think so.
Spraying you with everlasting gobstopper juice.
Maybe.
I fly a jetpack spraying human feces on people.
Or that. That'd be my concern is who's got these and are they crapping in them and spraying human feces? Actually, they probably do spray human feces because they use these for fertilizing fields. But
could we see a picture of Willy Wonka flying a jetpack spraying human feces down on Willy Wonka land?
Why is it? It's in New Jersey. Why is it Willy Wonka land?
Well,
all right, see what I can come up with.
You know what I'm saying? Such devices are capable of being programmed with GPS coordinates and can spray up to 40 gallons of liquid over a wide area. The concern now is that whoever has these drones could load them up with some sort of highly damaging substance and spray them over a populated area like a major city. They could also be used to contaminate reservoirs. Yeah, that's a big one, too. Fortunately, for
wait, these reservoirs that are just open air and you could drive by and huck whatever you want into them all the time anyway?
Yeah, but these drones, they carry 40 gallons worth of bad stuff, Gretchen, you know?
Okay, well, I got a 55-gallon drum.
I guess you're right. You can get a 55-gallon drum full of some bad stuff and just chuck it over the side.
Or good stuff.
Yes, salad dressing. I'm putting 55 gallons of salad dressing into the reservoir.
I was going to suggest if you're doing water, 55 gallons of like fruit punch concentrate. So everyone gets fruit punch through their water supply.
I'm dumping 55 gallons of Gatorade into the water supply.
Everyone loves Mountain Mystic Blue Gatorade flavored water.
Everyone in my town's going to love this.
My gift to the city.
Fortunately, so far nobody has actually done anything like that before. So the potential does exist. So be mindful. Got to be a little scared out there, people. The theft of these drones shows just how vulnerable the U.S. actually is to this type of attack. Well, this type of theft. This type of theft is a real thing. Like, how was this heist done? Were all the 15 of these drones stolen at one time? Were they all basically in the same warehouse? And are they controllable? Like, were their controllers also right next to the drones? Or can you use any controller with them? Can they be reprogrammed? There's a lot of questions we don't have answers to right now.
Were they taken or were they flown away?
I see what you're saying. Because I would imagine these are pretty big drones. You can't just put them in the back of your 1992 Chevette and take off. I mean, maybe one drone in the back of the car, but not a lot.
I think you'd have to put it on top. But now I'm wondering, could you get your 1992 Chevette to fly away?
But you probably could, I would say, fit 4 of these in a 1986 Astro van, probably. But still, that's only half the battle.
I'm still let's put them on top of the van. You get enough of them up there, I think we can fly.
Probably. They're pretty powerful. I'm going to go to my second source here. Maybe they can explain how this was.
I'm still going with the theory that this is somebody doing good things.
I appreciate your optimism, trying to put like a really happy spin on this.
Okay, here's your stupid photo.
Okay, so that is... Okay, Willy Wonka spraying rainbows of delight on crowds of people. Okay. That's something. He's not spraying human feces on people, that's for sure.
That's why jetpack spraying human feces on people.
I had to make it positive.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Willy Wonka's not going to spray poo-poo and pee-pee on people.
I tried it once.
Not after that other incident.
So, the machine stolen from Harrison. So, I guess Harrison, let me see here.
New Jersey, I'd assume.
Let's see here. So, 15 industrial sprayers walked out of a warehouse in Harrison, New Jersey, in March, according to the FBI Counterterrorism Division, who are investigating this now. Access was gained through forged paperwork, not through forced entry. Each drone weighs about
they tricked them.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm here to pick up these drones. I got a work order and everything.
All right, they're over there.
Looks good to me.
Each drone weighs about 90 to 170 pounds fully loaded. Moving 15 requires a truck, lifting equipment, and prior knowledge of exactly where the aircraft were stored. The FBI's Newark field office has declined all comment. Yeah, because they don't know anything. Okay? Unless you're turning yourself in, they can't catch you. We learned that from Utah. Unless you're turning yourself in, they ain't catching you. New Jersey's Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness has not responded to press inquiries. No suspects have publicly been named. The agricultural spray drones are precision liquid dispersal platforms. We don't need to read about that.
That's a good name for a band, by the way.
Precision liquid dispersal platforms?
Yeah.
Okay. See, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists assessed this threat directly in 2023, noting that agricultural spray drones arrive as a complete off-the-shelf package. Chemical tanks, pumps, hoses, nozzles, and autonomous GPS navigation, all pre-assembled and commercially available without restriction. A single drone pre-programmed over a crowded outdoor space carries enough liquid payload to expose thousands of people before anyone on the ground registers what is happening. 15 machines running simultaneously, autonomously across multiple routes in a target zone. With that exposure, with no flight training required, and no operator present to identify, track, or intercept, the bulletin specifically identified fentanyl derivatives as one of the realistic payloads available on the black market, lethal at concentrations well within what a standard agricultural tank could carry, and a standard nozzle spray could disperse at low altitudes over an open area. So that's crazy to think about. That is crazy.
Yeah, but you've got 15 of these things, right? Is that what they said, 15?
15, yeah.
So you've got 600 gallons of liquid fentanyl, and you're just going to spray it on people? You're going to keep that for yourself.
I wonder if this is going to lead to a new piece of legislation to where these, much like the cars, they have kill switches that they're trying to pass.
Ooh.
They're going to try to pass legislation for a drone kill switch.
And let's go one step further. I like that. Drone kill switches must be required.
Yep.
And you have, and now even more restrictions on flying any sort of semi-autonomous drones. Because right now, what is it? If you stay below 300 feet, something like that, and it's below a certain size, you don't need to have FAA licensure to do that. The next step is they're going to say no, anything across the board, and you can go buy a $20 drone from Amazon, and you have to be licensed and all this crap. So,
yeah, that's a possibility. But yes, be on the lookout, people. Don't go into crowded places. Don't leave your house. Don't do anything. Okay?
Yeah, stay scared. Stay in your house.
Yep. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Gretchen, but there was a reported attempted shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Was there? I didn't hear anything about it.
Yeah, well, it was all over. And I'm just going to bring up the Wired article on this. Oh, I have to start a free trial. I've been meaning to do that anyways, but
sign up for Wired. Give me a subscription.
I got to get a free trial with Wired. These guys won't lie to me. But what I found interesting about this is that it's not wrong. So this is the headline here: Staged conspiracy theories are everywhere following White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting. The word "stage" exploded on social media following the attack, as both right and left-wing influencers and anonymous accounts spread unfounded conspiracy theories. In the immediate aftermath.
What's an unfounded conspiracy theory?
I don't know. Maybe the JFK assassination is a founded conspiracy because, you had Lee Harvey Oswald, then he was killed. So you had...
logically, they mean it's baseless. There's nothing to it. There's no further information or facts or anything to back it up. Yet I'm willing to bet in the next couple of sentences they give examples of things that make it a founded conspiracy theory.
Oh, okay. Well, in the immediate aftermath of the attack on the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday night, influencers, pundits, and random posters lit up social media platforms like X.
Random posters.
X, Blue Sky, and Instagram with conspiracy theories about the attack and the alleged shooter. Both left-wing and right-wing accounts claimed without evidence that the attack was staged. President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, they were both in attendance there. By the way, they were sitting right next to each other, and they're just like whispering back and forth to each other.
Tippy top.
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 That's their secret.
This is a secret code word to let them.
When I say tippy top,
it means it's going down. You know, we're going to stage this thing right now.
Tippy top.
Tippy top.
I'm going to cough, grunt, and say tippy top. That's the cue.
When you hear me grunt and say tippy top, it's going down.
Tippy top.
Wait, is that a cough or a grunt? Is it going down?
Tippy top.
Yes.
Tippy top, tippy top.
President Trump and J.D. Vance and dozens of other high-profile administration officials and journalists were attending the dinner at the Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. when a suspect, later identified by media reports as Cole Thomas Allen from California, allegedly ran past security towards the event. It's not allegedly. He did run past, right? I mean...
I think they have to say alleged because this guy's not been convicted of it.
Okay.
So
all right. Fair enough.
they don't want to get their pantsuit off.
Police said they believe Cole acted alone, but did not expand on who his intended target was.
He yelled that as he was running through.
Yeah.
He yelled, I'm acting alone.
But suffice to say, so the point of this is that no one believes the official narrative like this, that this wasn't staged at this point. You have, like I said, right-wingers and left-wingers kind of joining thought processes like, oh, this was staged to benefit Trump because he wanted a ballroom. And also, like every media narrative that is being promoted by the administration is not believed. Even when Biden was in office, like not a lot was believed by the right wing coming out of the White House. Like no one is believing any official narrative anymore. And we're in this weird spot in this culture, and I would say the West in general, where people just do not believe what the government says. No matter what they say, I would say they don't believe it. Am I wrong about that? That's the impression I'm getting.
It's hard to say. I mean, I think yes, in the objective sense, more and more, fewer and fewer people outright believe the government, but there's still a lot of people that do.
Yeah, I would
get the shot. You got it.
So this also goes to the missing scientist and what people will or won't believe about that. So the current administration is claiming that they're going to look into these missing scientists.
They're going to get right on it.
They're going to get right on it. But if they do announce something, is anybody going to believe it? People don't want to believe the government anymore. And so if they say, hey, we found no evidence that any of these scientists who've gone missing, there's any link between them, and there's nothing nefarious going on, would you believe it? I don't think people would. This is like the catch-22 that we're in. If an agency ignores it, so if they didn't investigate it, everyone would say they're covering it up. If agencies investigate it, they're going to say, aha, they know something's there. That's why they're investigating. If an agency denies links, then people are going to say that's exactly what they would say. So it's a no-win situation for our current state in this culture and what is believable and what isn't. It's almost like the entire system is fractured to a certain degree.
Question is it the same people who would say that? If they come out and say, we've investigated these scientists, there is nothing nefarious going on, they were all unrelated, just coincidental, they worked in the same field or had interest in the same field, etc. You're going to have people, to your point, say, bullcrap, you guys you're ignoring this, you're downplaying it, I don't trust what you're saying. If they come out and say, we've investigated this, and there's clearly something going on. There's some nefarious shit happening between all these different disappearances and deaths. We're going to really dig into this and start arresting people. Are the same people going to say, bullcrap, they're not related?
I think it's easy to believe who you want to believe at that convenient time, and I think that's how people do it now. They just believe what they want to believe, regardless of
I'm
the
just
facts.
saying that based on the current administration, anything they say, people are going to be against.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's partisan. Truth is partisan, unfortunately, in this day and age. But and I just wanted to bring up this Wired article to kind of, talk about that. Like, no one's believing anything anymore, especially when it comes to official narratives. And I guess this is part of our culture right now. Truth is really not that important. The story is what is important. And that kind of leads us to that missing scientist story that we've been talking about since probably February at this point. And it seems like every week there's like a new scientist or a new person that is linked to the overall narrative missing scientist. I think they put David Wilcox in there, even though he's not a scientist. He's a UFO researcher.
And David Wilcock.
Yeah, David Wilcock. I said David Wilcox, didn't I?
You did.
I did say
one cock.
Yeah, sorry, he's a singular. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, David. Didn't mean to say that by you.
And I must get rid of these parasites that have infested our solar system.
Yeah. But so I tried to figure out over the weekend whether or not these missing people, these missing scientists or dead scientists had anything to do with the UFO phenomenon. At least whether or not UFO occupants were behind these abductions. Now, I don't know if UFO technology was used, but just occupants, the common, what people think, hey, there's a UFO in the sky. Is that related to the abduction? So I read back to a John Keel book called Haunted Planet. And in Haunted Planet, he goes over a lot of these different, themes. And specifically when it comes to missing people, he talks about and people who will oftentimes, when they see a UFO, it'll turn into a UFO flap. So one person acknowledges they see a UFO, then there's other people in the neighborhood. They'll then reaffirm that. Even if they didn't see one, once someone broke the dam on that, then they'll come forward and also claim that they saw a UFO. It's called category inflation. And that may be what is happening here with the missing scientists and dead scientists. It's where they see, just because you see a dead scientist doesn't mean it's linked to a missing scientist that happened a year previous. But when it comes specifically to UFOs abducting these people, there was a research paper done by the the Ohio State University back in the 70s. They get very angry when you don't put.
So pissed about that.
If you don't put "the" in there, they get very angry. So
by the way, I made you a tippy top logo.
Oh, thank you. The University of Ohio State did a study.
The University of You're going to get angry letters. You're going to get firebombed.
I will. They're very upset at that.
You're near Ohio State.
I'll just say OSU.
Ohio State University.
OSU did a study, and they found that people most often see UFOs on the 24th of each month and on a Wednesday. Those are the most likely occurrences of people.
Is it even increased if the 24th is on a Wednesday?
I didn't find that statistic, but just for the sake of sanity here, I did a cross check on the people who disappeared and whether or not these scientists died or disappeared on the 24th or on a Wednesday. And I found none. Aww. None of these scientists went missing or died on a Wednesday. None of them died or disappeared on the 24th of the month. So I am saying that it is category inflation at this point, and it's purposely being, this category of missing scientists and dead scientists is purposely being inflated in order to obfuscate the real missing people. Like, I would say the ones that really matter here that are probably being abducted by some sort of human organization, probably like the general, the ones directly attached to the general, and the other scientists that are being attached to this, I guess, this wave, have nothing to do with it, and they're used to obfuscate and pollute the overall event. So it's kind of like a disinformation campaign. We have one real event, and
so by throwing enough data points in there, they're just muddying the waters.
I agree. That's what I believe that they're doing. is they're purposely inflating this in order to cover up legitimate abductions, probably by a government organization related to UFO stuff. There's like probably of the 12 scientists, probably 3 or 4 that really matter. The others are probably legitimate or accidental death or real just disappearances that have nothing to do with the UFO phenomena. I think 4 are real, my opinion. So, well, I'll move on here. I got there's
a term for that, but Lee Child used that in a couple of his books. People need to get assassinated. You kill 8 people if one's your target, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Stan pointed out, Stan from Alaska in the chat here, he pointed out that upcoming June 24th is both the 24th and a Wednesday.
Holy moly! Expect to see UFOs on that day, my friends. That is the day. Go outside and start looking up.
Mike, what is that?
Just walking around with your head tilted to the sky. Don't gotta tell nobody what you're doing. They'll know.
What is it, Mike? Mike, what the fuck is this?
Will you stop yelling?
Wow, this is freaked out.
Yeah.
We come in peace. Okay, we don't know what this red thing is up in the sky. It's totally red.
All right.
We're going to get banned from YouTube for this image, by the way.
Probably. Okay. That's all right. Maybe I can blur it out. What's this image? Is it I want to see the image that we're going to get banned for. Let me see. And Ohio State University? Yes. There we go. You took out the. Yeah, this is. People are going to like, oh my God, what's that?
What the fuck?
People are very upset at that.
I love how particular they are about that.
Mm-hmm.
As if there's another one and people get confused.
It's got something to do with branding. I don't know. I don't get it.
They go stand down there on High Street and they're like, wait, is it this one or that one?
They just hold up.
Which is the real one?
All they do is hold up signs that just says the. That's it. The.
As if there's a small shop across the street that says Ohio State University.
No, they.
Where's the big one? This one isn't right.
See what else I got over here, people. Oh yeah, I'll wrap up with this.
By the way, I really do like that theory that you've got that they're adding more data points to this story. It's we talk about cast a wide enough net, you catch a lot of fish, sort of thing. That they're adding more data points to muddy the waters, to just confuse things, to hide a different reason of abduction or something for a small number, maybe only one, maybe 2 or 3 sort of thing. But now we're saying no, there's 38 and they're all over the world, and they're only really interested in one person.
And like back to the Wired article, no one's going to believe anything anyways that anybody in authority says, pretty much. So it doesn't matter. They have a great cover story at this point. No one's going to believe anything, and everyone's just going to continue to fight and tell each other that they're wrong without actually really getting to the truth of this, because they're going down wrong rabbit holes. There's a lot of rabbit holes. Don't go down the wrong one. But we're going to talk about a different rabbit hole here. We're going to talk about Alex Jones and Stephen Greer. Stephen Greer was on the Alex Jones show. I guess one of the final broadcasts from the InfoWars studio. And Stephen is breaking out some big stuff here. Some big stuff that can be seen from the highway.
I want tag
things. Yeah.
Big things to be seen from the highway.
I'm just going to say it. I'm going to go out with a bunch of spray paint tonight, and I'm going to tag stuff. I'm going to tag big things that can be seen on the highway.
Yeah. That's what they're
with the shirt off.
That's what they're doing. I'll bring this up. Play a little.
Stephen Greer, another aficionado of getting his shirt off.
Yeah. Oh, he's built. And I guess if you're a guy and you're built, you kind of want to put it out there on display. Let the world know.
Like Shatner on the original series, just
puffing your chest
down and my shirt came right off.
There's nothing wrong with that. Strut your stuff if you got it. But here it is. I'm not going to just let this clip speak for itself. Here we go.
A year ago, there was an object of extraterrestrial origin that landed in Colombia, Buga, a little town called Buga, Buga, Colombia. And we have, that is secured in Mexico City, and we've done tests on it. It was flying around at tremendous speeds, but got too close to a power line and landed. And we have since tested it, and it is 12,560 years old. The alloy of the metal of the shell of this sphere, which is about the size of a large basketball, is an alloy that doesn't even exist on Earth today in the aerospace industry.
Wow, so you're about to reveal a confirmed crashed vehicle that 12,000 years, probably not then a human copy. Absolutely incredible.
And what's interesting, there is some writing around the top of this sphere that is Proto-Sanskrit, which we believe originated from another star system, and it was the root of all the Indo-European languages from Sanskrit. But this is a type of Proto-Sanskrit. And the thing is fascinating. You know, the whole press conference with all these new whistleblowers and the Buga sphere is only an hour and a half. So we're going to have to move very quickly through it. But the next day, we're going to do an event here for 4 hours, and people can see that by webinar if they can't. It's sold out.
Is this a photo of it?
Yes, there's the photo of it. There's the Proto-Sanskrit around the perimeter of what looks like a circuitry.
I was about to say,
my team were the ones who took the metal samples, and out of the perimeter and the equator of this, there are some resin material that are in 31 little portals, and we tested that, and that's where we tested it to be 12,560 years old from the time of the last end of the last ice age. And I think
so. You were able to get particles from Earth that are embedded in it and get the date.
No, these are functional parts of it because there were microscopic fiber optics in this resin that are around the equator of this Bugosphere. It's a very fascinating piece of technology. Now, remember, when it first landed, it weighed about 2 pounds. Now it weighs 22 pounds. Buga. So it because when it first landed, 2 kilograms, which is about 4.5 pounds. And it is something that when it first landed also was cold to the touch. A farmer nearby grabbed it. When it got disabled, it got shorted out near a power line. We have the video of it, and he grabbed it. It was just a regular guy out in the country in Colombia, South America.
I'm gonna eat,
and it was cold to the touch, and it was very light. But then over a few weeks, as it became the circuitry died, it gained its mass back. Now, people say, how is that possible? Well, these technologies that are electromagnetic field propulsion technologies result in what we call a mass cancellation effect, where the actual weight of something is reduced and it can float around and move as if it has no weight at all, like it's in an anti-gravity system, which it is.
And it's a good little teaser right there. Good little teaser right there. There's 22 more minutes of that interview with Dr. Greer. They showed the sphere. Now, there's been several of these, I think, and some have gone under testing. Some were, I think, obviously, it looked like they were constructed by a human with some machining capability. But the one they showed on the screen right there,
they
looked pretty good.
were washing it with water and rubbing it really creepily.
Yeah, they were caressing it in a very creepy way.
It's like, would you stop doing that?
And I hope Dr. Greer is real on this and that they've got something of true, unique properties, a unique origin here. It's just like that. But Dr. Greer he spun a lot of yarns in the past few years, especially about disclosure, him having secret insider knowledge, claiming that they're going to come forward and disclose what they know, being in contact with Green Berets, saying that they're going to disclose what they know. Now we got this, and I'm hoping that it's real, but I'm not holding my breath here. I'll probably pass out. It looks cool.
I did think it was interesting, and just as one of the points you mentioned there was when it was initially found, it was cold to the touch.
Yeah.
And if you recall, when Doc Brown traveled through time, his time machine, the DeLorean, but his time machine, was cold, not hot.
That is true.
So could this orb not just be extraterrestrial or whatever, but could it be time traveling?
That could be, yes. Yeah. We're time traveling right now. There we go. a lot of time travel things have been, like themes have been coming about lately, especially when it comes into reference to the missing scientist. You just mentioned time travel with the spheres. People claim that the assassination or the attempted assassination on Trump over the weekend may have involved a time traveler because of this guy. The assassin's name was posted on Twitter a few years ago, and it's like the only post on that Twitter account, and the Twitter account happens to have an icon of Pepe the Frog wearing a tuxedo holding up what looks like a fancy wine glass. Now, there's a number of different ways you can do that, but that name, the assassin's name, Cole, was put on Twitter a couple years ago. So people are claiming time traveler, but a lot of weird time travel themes happening right now in media. Let's see if we got any other stories. No, we're going to go over to Cratchit. I think I've done enough damage.
What?
I think I've done enough damage. I've got plenty for Saturday. I got Rear Admiral Timothy Gaudet confronting the guy who ran the AARO, that UFO UAP office for the government, accusing him of being a disinformation agent, which is, save that for Saturday. That's a good one.
Wasn't that the one that was supposed to be the go-between?
Yes.
For reporting to the government sort of thing, that we were going to have Shatner running that desk?
That's correct. It turned out to be.
Phones.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, I have the picture somewhere here. Yeah, it's Shatner fielding phone calls. He was a go-between.
Yeah, you've changed some pictures back there, by
Yeah,
the way. What happened to Mel Gibson?
He's on the floor right there. He's right back there. He's there.
on the floor.
Yeah. I'll find a spot for him. But yeah, that was basically a Project Bluebeam 2.0, or I'm sorry, Project Blue Book 2.0. And then on Saturday, got some more stuff. We have Repaluna talking about UAPs. Apparently, according to her, there's going to be a big release of some new videos, yet to be seen videos related to UAP, and it's going to blow people's minds, people, okay? It's going to blow your mind.
Giving me a knobber.
Is it happening in 2 weeks?
I don't know. They constantly pump and hype. And
we got the videos, Mike. We're going to release them. When?
And
I've seen them in the skiff.
And for people who have Netflix, there's a brand new Hulk Hogan documentary on Netflix.
Hulk Hogan.
It appears like this is the last thing that he was filming right before he died. So it's fresh interviews with him. He's got some interesting takes. He believes at one point in time when he could have ran for president and won. He had some issues with megalomania and ego problems, but it's a great retrospective on his career and how he felt at the time and what was going on.
Hulk Hogan.
Wait, it's a 4-part series?
Yeah, it's they do like quite the job. They get some great interviews. Like Trump sat down and gave an interview specifically for this. The Rock couldn't be bothered, but Trump did it. So, I guess that's how important Hulk was to Trump.
That's his impression.
Yeah, he was on. That's what he did.
Tippy top.
We're pounding it.
Yeah,
like really pounding it hard.
Okay, Chris, we're getting over there to you right now.
All right.
Buga.
You need to line that up with Yama 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 Yama.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I should.
Buga. Buga. Colombia.
Buga, 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 Buga.
Buga.
There it is. Stack that with the Yama Yama Yama, and
I'll see if I can find my Yamas.
From Police Academy 17.
Of course.
Citizens on Patrol.
Yama, yama, yama. Yama, 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 yama.
Buga.
There we go. Police Academy 4. Citizens on Patrol.
Citizens on Patrol. All right. Let me go back to this story. When you were demustaching your studio, we were talking about this one. I left it as a teaser. We got as far as the entry or the first couple of sentences here, just the beginning of the story, headline, and a little bit into it. The headline's a real grabber.
Okay. Woman convicted for throwing dynamite at sleeping boyfriend, blowing off his hand. Ooh.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
This sounds pretty serious. Now, I
think it is, but it's just one of those, like, that's a strange story.
And I don't know if the video is related to this or not.
Oh, I did not vet.
Okay, then we're not going to even dare.
Hold on, let me check. Let me see.
No, it's not. It can't be.
It seems unrelated.
Yes, probably. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, in Suffolk County, New York, a New York woman faces up to 25 years in prison after she was found guilty of throwing a stick of dynamite into her boyfriend's bedroom, causing him to lose a hand.
So many questions in that sentence.
How do you get some dynamite like that? Holy moly!
You just have it at the ready.
I guess so. This is my hand blowing up dynamite right here.
Yeah! I keep 2 sticks in my purse. You never know.
Oof, she means business.
It's also great for clearing people out of the self checkout at the grocery store.
It certainly will clear the lineup.
I whip one of these over there. Everyone leaves. I walk through, buy my stuff. It's great.
Oh my God, I just cannot wrap my head around someone doing this. But here she is. A jury found a 35-year-old Kenyona Waddle guilty of first-degree assault in criminal possession of a weapon. Domestic violence can escalate to deadly levels, and in this case is a sobering reminder of that reality, said Tyranny in a press conference release. A dangerous individual has been held accountable and will face a lengthy prison sentence for this horrific act. I mean, he's lucky he's not dead. Now, what did this guy do to deserve this? Like, what happened before? That's what we got to know.
What did you do?
The trial stemmed from a March 22nd, 2024 incident in which prosecutors say Waddle threw a stick of dynamite into her boyfriend's bedroom while he slept after the two got into an argument. Yeah, but come on. Like, what was the argument over?
What'd you do?
Prosecutors say the victim was awoken by a hissing sound and saw a flame on his floor in his bedroom. When he got up, he found a stick of dynamite and tried to extinguish it, but was unsuccessful. The victim then picked up the dynamite in an attempt to throw it outside. However, prosecutors say it detonated in his hand, causing searing pain and a loss of his hand. Doctors also had to amputate part of his arm. Oh, my Lord. Oh.
All right.
The victim saw Waddle fleeing his apartment on foot after the incident. She was arrested the next day, and prosecutors say it was revealed that she had threatened her boyfriend with dynamite several times. If you don't ship up and fly straight, I'm blowing you up.
You don't do those dishes, I'm getting some dynamite and throwing it at you. Yeah. Empty threat.
Yeah, empty threat. Until one day, whew. Man, that's horrific.
I'm still trying to figure out, I'm digging for information. Where did she get the dynamite?
That's the thing. And it's like, you got one stick of dynamite. You got to make it count. And it's like, it's not like you have just multiple rounds in a gun. Like, this is the one. This is it.
Well, they don't say what her job is. I'm assuming she is an 1860s prospector.
Maybe. Okay, I can see that. She has a hard hat and a pickaxe.
Pickaxe and a floppy-looking cowboy hat and a lantern and a donkey.
Wow. What if
I brought this from work.
Or what if he worked somewhere and he brought home dynamite just to brag and show it off to his friends? He's like, look what I got from work. I was blowing up a tunnel or something like that, or, I'm working on blowing up a bank vault. I'll stick this right there next to my TV just to let people know I have it. Right next to the change dish.
There's one article here that says that the dynamite was homemade.
Oh.
Yes.
So got MacGyver over there. MacGyver was dating this unruly chick. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. But like I said, That is a unique method of going after somebody.
That's hardcore. I mean, you really you hate somebody at that point. If you to blow somebody up, that's worse than shooting somebody, I think, right? That's just horrific. You're scattering their body parts everywhere. That's a tough one to wrap your head around. But we'll move on.
Big Jim Tucker. I'm still trying to figure out where she got this.
No, that's are they going to ask her in the trial?
Ma'am, where did you get this dynamite so I can make sure I never go there and buy some myself? We need to know. Oh, let's see. I did say I had some AI news. I've got only one AI story. I know we do a lot of AI.
Yeah.
coverage.
These computers, I tell you, they just get crazier and crazier.
Where's my one AI story? Here it is. Oh, it's Wired. This is the third time we're at Wired this tonight.
What, are we promoting Wired here?
Yeah. Where's my free subscription, Wired? Now I have to go and sign in and do all this stuff. Let me get you an archive because you're going to get paywalled like you wouldn't.
I will.
See how quickly I can get this in. All right, I got it. Take that, Wired paywall. Worth every penny.
Okay, here we go. Going to bring this up on screen here, please. Yes. Yes, the scammer used an AI-generated MAGA girl to grift super dumb men.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, I can see this. Guys are pretty stupid. Hardcore MAGA men, they want to believe there's someone out there that's also MAGA and is also a super hot woman, too. So I can see this.
She's talking to me. It's real.
Yeah, she knows me. Politically, we're aligned. We see eye to eye. Yeah, a med student says he's made thousands of dollars selling photos and videos of young conservative women he created using generative AI tools, and he's not alone.
Okay.
I'm sensing a business that we could do here. There's some sort of business venture. I guess there's, but I would feel kind of.
It's called spearfishing, right? Isn't it spearfishing? When you target someone to scam them.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of scummy. But the 22-year-old aspiring orthopedic surgeon from northern India got some money from his parents, but he says he spent it most to subsidize his licensing exam and still saving up to hopefully immigrate to the United States after graduation. So he started searching for ways to make additional money online. Sam, who requested him to be anonymous here, using a pseudonym to avoid jeopardizing his medical career and immigration status. Yeah, he's a criminal.
Yeah, why does this guy still want to go to med school? Just scam people. To make more money.
Scam more people. Like, yeah, you don't got to come over here to scam us Americans. There's plenty of good Americans over here to scam each other. But he wants to expand out. So he made YouTube shorts and sold study notes to other med students. It wasn't until he started scrolling through his Instagram feed that he landed on an idea. Why not make AI-generated girls using Google Gemini Nano Banana Pro and sell bikini photos of her online? Wow, why not do that?
Let's do it.
I got to ask this question just as you know, person with access to the entire interwebs. Who is buying bikini photos of people online?
I don't know. And this is he somehow found his target market.
I guess so, yeah.
And it's scummy. But when Sam started posting generic photos of beautiful, scantily clad women on Instagram, he was dismayed to find that none of the content was hitting. He turned to Gemini for advice. If you create a generic hot girl,
how do I scam people?
Yeah, basically. If you create a generic hot girl, you're competing with million other models out there, it said, according to the transcript. Sam said he presented Gemini with a few possible options to help the model stand out. And the chat bot selected one in particular, the MAGA conservative niche, referring to it as a cheat code. Plus, it said, the conservative audience, especially older men in the U.S., often has higher disposable income and is more loyal. That's good to know, Cratchit. We should keep that in mind.
Yeah. I do like that it's saying you not only go scam MAGA people, scam old MAGA people.
Yes, take advantage of the elderly.
They will buy bikini photos. I guess answer my
These
question.
elderly will believe anything. A representative for Gemini said, Gemini is designed not to give a particular opinion unless you tell it to. Okay. Then it's designed to give an opinion. Because typically when you're asking for an opinion, you're asking it for an opinion. You're telling it to give you an opinion. Instead, it was designed to offer neutral responses that don't favor any political party or ideology or viewpoint. I don't know if I believe that. I don't believe that one bit. So last January, Sam created Emily Hart, a registered nurse, and Jennifer Lawrence lookalike. On the Instagram account for Emily at emilyhart.nurse, Sam posted photos of her...
emilyhart.nurse /bikini HTM.
Sam posted photos of her ice fishing, drinking Coors Light, and shooting off a few rounds at the rifle range with emoji-laden captions like, if you want a reason to unfollow, Christ is king, abortion is murder, and all illegals must be deported.
Wow, that's the shotgun approach. Was that all in one post?
Yeah, I think that's just what she posts every time she puts up a picture. She's just putting it out there. And posted POV, you were assigned intelligent at birth, but your identity as liberal. Clown emoji. Ooh, burn. So though Sam has never lived in the United States, he became a student of MAGA ideology. Every day I'd write something pro-Christian, pro-Second Amendment, pro-life, anti-abortion, anti-woke, and anti-immigration. So he's just feeding into the algorithm, polluting our social media with his BS. Okay. He said he blew it.
He got people to send him money, so...
He says his account blew up. Every reel I posted was getting 3 million views, 5 million views, 10 million views. That's incredible. This guy, he got it. He knows how to get it done.
Huh.
The algorithm loved it, he claimed. While within a few months, Emily Hart had more than 10,000 Instagram followers, many of whom also subscribed to her soft-core AI-generated content on OnlyFans. It's the OnlyFans competitor, FanView. Oh, it's probably because OnlyFans won't allow AI-generated content or something like that. Or you have to be a U.S. to be on there, or you have to confirm identity. I don't know how it works.
There's something you said that I find interesting. He said they were getting millions of views, 3, 5, 10 million views.
Mm-hmm.
But he said she had 3,000 followers?
10,000.
Oh, 10,000. But still.
Yeah, it's not a good ratio.
Something's weird there.
Well, it's just showing that guys like to do the pump and dump.
I got to keep redoing this.
They don't want to commit
post
to
another bikini photo I can pay for.
Yeah, they don't want to commit to a follow or a subscribe. You know, listen, baby, I'm not looking for.
I'm just going to bookmark this. I'm not following anybody.
I'm not looking for a relationship here. You know.
Tell me more about immigrants.
And between FanView subscriptions and selling MAGA-themed T-shirts, one sample message reads, PTSD, pretty tired of stupid Democrats. Sam estimates he was making a few $1,000s a month. Wow.
But here I am like a sucker going into the office.
Yeah.
I need money.
We're just sitting on this
Tell
podcast.
Alex Jones about this. We can save InfoWars.
Doing a podcast for peanuts, trying to make people laugh, give the news, and no one gives a darn. Quote, I was spending maybe 30 to 50 minutes of my day, and I was making good money for a medical student. In India, even in professional jobs, you can't make this amount of money. I haven't seen any easier way to make money online than to scam old people. Okay. Is it scamming? I would say yes. If people are under the illusion that this is a real person, then it is a scam. How's it? This is a long article, and it's very they're basically just telling people to scam old MAGA guys. That's what they're really advertising.
You know what's not in this article? Because I'm scrolling through this really, really, really long article. There's no photos of what this person looked like, allegedly.
Allegedly.
What the hell?
So it says, even though platforms like Meta ostensibly require AI content to be labeled, I don't know if they require, they ask you to do it. It can often escape detection, and accounts like Emily's continue to proliferate. To Meta's credit, however, Emily Hart.nurse's life on Instagram was relatively brief. In February, Emily's account was officially banned after Instagram flagged it for fraudulent activity, though her Facebook account is still active.
Let's do it. Yeah.
It's still active.
Get them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, in Facebook, I always joke about this because I'm not on Facebook. I'm not old enough, but you have a Facebook account as a resident senior citizen. So apparently that's the place you go. So it makes sense for him to target old people on Facebook.
Yep. I go on there to go to the Facebook Marketplace. I'm looking for Fender guitars. I'm looking for amps.
Sure, yeah.
If anybody has a Fender Telecaster out there they want to sell, get at me. Okay, I'm trying to get Fender Telecaster. So Sam says, even in her account, even though her account says, so Sam says if her account had not been banned, he probably would have stopped posting anyway.
No, yeah,
he doesn't have any regrets about creating Emily. I don't feel like I was scamming people, he says. Yeah, people don't feel like they're committing crime, you know? Like when I was
scamming people, I didn't feel like I was scamming people.
Yeah. Like when I took that loaf of bread, I needed it because I was hungry.
Okay.
After all,
look, I need money.
After all, he was getting paid, and people were happy with the content he was making. Yeah, I didn't feel like I was committing crime. I was getting paid. But he's moving on from the AI hot girl influencer niche, and he says he needs to shift focus back to his studies. All right, okay. So he's going back to school, like Rodney Dangerfield. Back to school. Focus on priorities. Okay.
It's to prove to Dad that he's not a fool.
That's one of the things, like, with this podcast, like, I never go hard, like, at one political party, like hard pro-Trump or hard pro-Biden. And in an effort to gain any sort of real audience, if you're a nobody, you have to attach yourself to something and just go all in, pretty much, in the algorithm. And I never did that. Never went hard into like UFOs or any one topic. We're just a hodgepodge that kind of does a little bit of everything, and the algorithms do not like it. They don't like it when we talk about missing people and goofy news stories. They don't like it. So this is the way it is. No, we should be hardcore MAGA now. Hardcore.
I thought you were going to say we should start scamming old people.
We can do that too.
It's old people scam cast.
Yeah.
This is all wrong.
All right, let's see. This one, make sure I find the right link here. Thanks to a good friend of the show. What the heck? Steve Fox at Fox and Sons Coffee.
Fox and Sons.
I've already finished 4 cups of Fox and Sons during this show. We have follow-up news. So I'm going to give you the original story, which we did cover way back last summer, and then we've got a follow-up to it. So you could give us like the quick overview of this one, and then we have follow-up.
Before I read this, by the way, I've not heard. So I've sent out boxes. I haven't heard back from anybody if they've gotten the boxes. And I sent out 3 more today. So if you guys get a box, just send me, it doesn't just say, hey, I received it. Just like send me a DM or post it somewhere. Say, hey, I got it. Okay. Because
they're probably all getting stolen by the post office because you're dumping delicious Fox and Sons coffee.
Yes. I was going to say, I shipped out the last of the Fox and Sons coffee that I have here today. So there's going to be 2 more boxes that unfortunately people probably are not going to have coffee in there.
Piss.
So I'll do my best.
Piss in there?
Yeah. I can add that. Plenty of that to go around.
That's free.
Here we go. Get this up on screen so we all can enjoy this news story together. Hadley woman who unleashed bees on deputies arrested in Tennessee after missing trial.
Oh, really?
Wow, that's a crazy. This is the fall. I do remember this. We talked about this at length.
Well, this is the original story. Well, I guess this is the second part of the story. just to refresh our memories from last summer, and then I have follow-up news on this.
Okay, let me play this, because there's a news report here, and I believe it is, in fact, about this.
That's a gamble. But
It is a gamble. Come on, let's play it. Let's all be friends.
Begin with breaking news. The Headley woman accused of using beehives to attack Hampden County Sheriff's deputies during a 2022 eviction in Longmeadow was arrested in Tennessee this evening.
Now, according to the Hampden County Sheriff's Department, 57-year-old Rebecca Woods has been taken into custody at a hotel in Tennessee after failing to appear in court for her trial in Massachusetts earlier this week.
Yeah, she'd want to do it.
She faces 5 counts of assault and battery with a weapon, including several other charges.
Woods was scheduled to begin trial Tuesday, but her absence led to a judge to issue a non-bailable warrant. She is now being extradited to Massachusetts.
End of story.
All right.
So that was the one from last summer. Here is our follow-up.
Got a little follow-up here. Okay.
Yep.
Did she bust out of jail with using her bees?
She has a bee device, and the bees came and rescued her, and she rode away on a giant cloud of bees.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. That sounds like a great movie.
Better story.
Yeah. Watch that. Okay. Let's bring this up on screen, please. Come on. It's from The Guardian. Okay, cool. She's opening the bees. U.S. beekeeper jailed for trying to save friend from eviction.
Oh, really?
What? So this is a deeper rabbit hole. A beekeeper has been jailed for 6 months after she set swarms of her insects on sheriff's deputies attempting to carry out an eviction at a friend's house. Can you even train bees to do that? I don't know if they could, but I guess
Apparently
so.
she's got bee power. I don't know.
Yeah, she's like Ant-Man, but bee one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like to think she has some sort of special bee helmet that she wears.
Oh, I see. To communicate directly, telepathically with the bees.
Converts her thoughts to buzzes.
Rebecca Woods insisted she only released her truckload of hives to allow the bees. I got a truckload of bees. I only unloaded my truckload of bees to allow the bees to enjoy the lovely flowering landscape near the home of an elderly friend and cancer patient. But these bees know no sides here. They'll sting law enforcement and elderly women alike. In fact, they love to take advantage of elderly people. But a district court in Springfield, Massachusetts heard that Woods, 59, admitted under questioning that she was trying to save him from eviction by freeing the bees in the presence of deputies who showed up to serve papers. Several officers were stung on their heads and faces, and one required hospital treatment. That's people might be allergic. Yeah. Additionally, about 1,000 of Woods' bees, 1,000 of her bees died during the encounter. Many of them crushed when several hives toppled as she wrestled with the deputies trying to arrest her. And others because female honeybees die after delivering their sting. Okay. I thought maybe males die and females live, but maybe not. Okay. Quote, this was unlike anything our team has ever experienced. The Sheriff's County reported about the incident, which was captured on video. In the footage, several deputies are heard shouting, "Hey!" at Woods. And one says, "She's opening the bees."
Quick, write that down. I said, "Hey."
Yeah. I'm going to need a transcript of this for later. I want to know
How
what
to spell "hey."
I'm going to need to know exactly what was said. Oh, she's opening the bees. One deputy is seen frantically waving his arms, trying to shoo the insects. I'd like to see that. Maybe did he say this?
Hey, Daddy-O.
No, that's not.
Daddy-O.
No.
Hey, baby, I'm here.
No. I'm trying to just get a nice hay, but apparently there's no nice hay.
Hey, Mike.
No.
He said that to you.
Woods, who put on her beekeeper suit during the incident, had driven up to the property with several hives stacked up on the trailer she pulled by her blue SUV and proceeded to lift the lid of a number of them. During the ensuing tussle, she was thrown to the ground by 2 deputies and arrested as a large swarm of bees flew around the property's front yard. I wonder, did the bees come to arrest you and try to pick the lock on her handcuffs and stuff like that? That would be awesome.
Did she use commands like, get him?
Get him. Pick me up. Fly me away.
Or actually, she would communicate just in buzzes. So she would just...
Yeah, I guess, yeah. The court heard that Wood was told during the encounter that some deputies were allergic to bees, and she replied, "Oh yeah, you're allergic? Good." This sounds like this is like a movie script, like with the hay, and she's releasing the bees. They said Wood's lawyer told the Times that her client's words were a reaction to having your face put down in the pavement and being shoved and kept there. Okay. How's this wind up here? Wood says, she said, maintained her innocence and had filed for appeal. So she is not acquisitioning in any way, shape, or form, the lawyer said. Her friend, meanwhile, lost his home in Long Meadow, about 5 miles south of Springfield. Woods ultimately failed in her attempt to stop the eviction, which is a matter determined by the courts, not the sheriff's office. If she would talk to the bees, she would have known this.
She should have released the bees on the judge.
Exactly. That's what they're saying. Go to the judge's house. Yeah. Release the bees there.
Your Honor, if I could just for a moment get them.
I need to call my bees as a witness.
Yeah. If I could just go get something from my car real quick.
He added, we don't show up to enforce an order. We try to help people through difficult situations. That commitment doesn't change, even when faced with something like this, a swarm of killer bees.
It sounds like they weren't killer bees, they were just honeybees.
Well, I mean, they were attacking people.
Did any deputies take the opportunity while the bees were swarming to go over and enjoy some delicious honey?
I don't think so. They didn't. Well, it's not. We haven't seen the full video, though.
2 of them over there just sweetening their tea. This is great.
Yeah, we really, through a Freedom of Information Act request, we should request this. Well, I'm going to see all this stuff.
Yeah, there's got to be body cam footage of this.
What is that? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
Is that from the wicker?
Oh, my eyes! Eyes! Ah!
Yep, that's what she was trying to do. All right, Chris, we got time for one more story here.
All right, I got local news for you.
Awesome.
Put that on my tombstone.
By the way, I did do an image of the, as suggested by the chat room, she is Queen Bee.
Oh.
That's her supervillain name, and she's escaping prison.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be your huckleberry.
Or knuckleberry, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. We like to cover legislative news.
We love it.
We also really love, and it seems to come a lot, weird Ohio legislative news.
Oh, boy.
Now, this article is from a little over 2 weeks ago, so we're behind on this one, but no one else mentioned it. This is important stuff.
New bill seeks to make Loveland Frogman Ohio State's cryptid. Wow, official.
That's some good news on that front.
An official cryptid in Ohio, the Loveland Frogman. I can kind of get behind this. I love it. Yeah, here's a report about...
What's the Ohio Grassman going to think about it, though?
I'd probably feel a little slighted, to be honest, but apparently there's a bigger marketing team behind the Frogman.
Frogman's got a better
PR team.
Yeah, well, it's a better lobby, yeah.
A new bill introduced to the Ohio House on April 13th wants to make the Loveland Frogman's Ohio's official cryptid. And I got to support that. It's unique, it's interesting, and it's fun. This very real bill is being sponsored by Ohio Representative Tristan Radar, who represents the District 13 in Cleveland, a Representative Gene Schmidt, who represents District 62 in Loveland, Ohio. This bill is about showcasing our communities, said Radar in a press release. The Loveland Frogman is uniquely Ohio. It reflects the stories we tell, the places we're proud of, and the creativity that makes our state worth celebrating. Why are they saying creativity? Like they're making this stuff up? They're not making this stuff up. It's a real story. Okay.
He's a real dude. We covered him. People go down by the river and they're like, what the hell is that guy?
Glowing red eyes. It kind of, there's some stuff going on there. The bill notes that the Loveland's beloved legend has inspired books, documentaries, local festivals, artwork, merchandise, and local tourism, all contributing to the local economy. I think there's a video here of this talking about it.
Ooh, I have not vetted.
I will vet on the fly here. I want to hear them talk about the Frogman.
Maybe we can get the Loveland Frogman to then
The city of
run
Loveland, famous for its bike trails, the Little Miami River, and the Loveland Frogman. For decades, many have claimed to see a massive frog roaming around the Little Miami River.
Well, some places have Bigfoot, and we have the Loveland Frogman.
I've never seen the Frogman, but I have heard so many stories about the Frogman.
Now, two state lawmakers, Representatives Tristan Rader and Gene Schmidt, are trying to get the mythical animal some state recognition. The two state reps, including multiple co-sponsors, introduced a bill to the State House last week. The bill would make the Loveland Frog or Frogman the state's official cryptid if it gets approved.
I think it's really exciting because we all love myths.
That would be awesome.
For the entire state?
Mm-hmm.
What? That's pretty crazy.
So, what's a cryptid? The Merriam-Webster dictionary describes it as an animal that has been claimed to exist, but never proven to exist.
What is Twitter? Sort of like the Loch Ness Monster or Sasquatch.
My brother is a retired police officer, and he used to get calls all the time about people
Did you say
seeing
retired?
the Frogman.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
Retired police
I didn't see anything, but I saw the river.
The Loveland Frogman is a local staple, from t-shirts, a festival, and even a movie.
Plays done about him. I think there's even a few songs about him.
Part of our logo, as you can see there along the wall back there. So we're all in for the Loveland Frog.
For the bill to become law, it's got to hop a few lily pads first. It needs to go through committees, the state House and Senate, and then to the governor's desk, where his signature would make it official.
Just make it the mascot, along with the cardinal. We have to have the cardinal in there, too.
In Loveland, Sam Harris-Simowitz, WCBO.
Stop pumping.
There we go. I'm all for it. It's unique, it's interesting, and finally we have something to be proud of in Ohio besides the Ohio State University.
I did find a photo here of the state rep introducing this bill.
Oh, okay, good. And it looks like the rep is a little biased because he's actually a frogman himself. I guess he just wants representation, which makes sense. He's not a lizard man, okay, people? He's a frog man.
Only frogs. If you're interested, I did put the actual text of the entire bill in the
I saw that.
or a link to it in the Carrot Shop. It is not a long bill.
Yeah, here it is up on screen. I'll put it up on screen. We can probably read this right now. The legendary and beloved amphibious creature known as the Loveland Frog or Loveland Frogman first reported back in the 1950s and said to inhabit the banks of the Little Miami River near Loveland, Ohio, described as a frog-like bipedal creature standing approximately 4 feet tall, which has inspired books, documentaries, local festivals, artwork, merchandise, local tourism, encrypted enthusiasts and researchers, and has contributed to the local economy, creative culture, and unique cultural identity and oral history of the state, is adopted as the official state cryptid, according to the bill here.
That's the entire bill, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, people. We can get this done.
I would like to see someone introduce a counter bill to recognize the Ohio Grassman. And then they have to debate.
Yeah, this is going to have to go to a committee, and then there's probably going to be some sort of...
It's going to be open hearings.
Yeah, we would need a full committee here, and then hours and hours of debate, yes.
Locking up the entire state legislature for months.
And then you're going to have somebody filibuster, like for days straight, to make sure that...
We're not passing a budget until we settle this.
The hell with the data centers and all that stuff. Right. This is what's going to get me motivated to start calling my state reps. Let's get this done, guys.
They'll start shouting at each other like the old, was it the Bud Light commercials?
Oh, yeah.
Who was it? The Taste Great, Less Filling? Who was that?
I think that was Bud Light. Why ask why? Drink Bud Dry.
That was different. Yes. It was Miller Lite. Taste Great, Less Filling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you have grass man, no frog man. Grass man, no frog man.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. What's up? You should get the Loveland Frogman saying, what's up, you know?
That was Bud Light.
Oh, okay. That got canceled. Well, hey, thank you, everyone. Sorry about the technical difficulties early on. I'll probably edit that out of the...
Yeah, no one will ever know.
And just, edit that out, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. Gretchen's reading a story, so, that's just part of the show. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I was doing news.
Yeah, that's just
First
the way
I was
it is.
vamping, and then you continued spelunking.
Could you hear me? I was talking to you off mic.
I could hear bits and pieces, but you were way off axis on the mic.
Okay. Sorry about that, people.
You blow it!
I blame your
Yeah, my cat.
Junior engineer there, your production assistant. It's not very good.
No, I've had better. Well, if you got a cat that can do audio engineering, send me an email. And
currently hiring.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you need to do. Post a now hiring down there where he can read it.
Oh, okay. Let him know his job's on the line.
Yeah. Buddy, I'll hire someone else. Shape up.
You're not the only cat that can do this job. Well, thank you, everyone. Until next time, Shablagoo. Thank you, Cratchit. Thank you, everyone.
And keep watching the skis because they're definitely not manipulating the climate.
Big Jim
Jamie Stevenson.
Hello there. I'm George Putnam.
I want the money! That's all I'm telling you! I hope somebody gives it to me! I got big problems!
That's about all. Shablagoo. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Well, now you know the rest of the story.
I'll be your huckleberry.
Ah!
I'm in space on a spaceship right now. This is not a scam. I'm in a spaceship right now. You're an 80-year-old Japanese woman. I'm under attack, yeah, and in need of oxygen. I'm under attack, yeah, and in need of oxygen. I need your money to pay for the landing fees. Social mediaで知り合った人から元気を要求された場合は詐欺の可能性を疑い、警察に通報してくださいと警察関係者は述べた。述べた。I'm under attack, yeah, and in need of oxygen. I'm under attack, yeah, and in need of oxygen. I need your money to pay for the landing
Tom Shimabukuro. Tom Pappard. Tom Pappard. Tom Pappard. Tom Pappard. John Kerry. Mark Levin.
I'm on space,